This series is made possible by Honda South Africa, Leatt, Insta360 and Cameras. It's the morning after our social ride through the Cederberg, and everyone's packing and prepping for the ride back home.
Did you sleep well?
I tried to rest, but I was anxious about today's ride. I can't wait.
Anxious?
Yeah, because yesterday was just too awesome. I'm hoping we get a bit of that again today. So, yeah.
A little bit more.
Because I mean, Cederberg kept giving, eh?
We can't
Yes.
go.
We thought we saw something and then
We need to
keeps
go
giving.
forward.
So
And I'm sure Pierre and Fanie got something more for
up
us.
their sleeves.
Something more.
They always
So
do.
let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul,
Hello,
tell me about your evening.
I found it very entertaining, very lekker, and true to the nature of the trip,
Awesome.
definitely. Yeah, I'm just looking for my rehydrate. I'm human this morning. I made mistakes. I'm not proud of them, but I'm learning. I'm growing as a human being, developing my personality, and learning every day.
I came with not so much expectations. I always wanted to come that side, and it was an amazing ride, amazing people. It was great to connect with guys. I think we all get tied up with our work, with our lives, and it was great to be out there and have fun.
So at 5 o'clock this morning, I got up and for the first time ever on an adventure trip, I saw somebody washing his bike. Would you like to talk about it?
3 or 4 falls in the sand yesterday, so I just wanted to give it a good rinse before we get another chance to get sand in there.
Don't point that thing at me. I'm not saying anything this morning.
You see what happens when you're strong like a bull.
Last night that was Brad Pitt. Tomorrow's experiment.
Yeah. One night in Oasis.
Our late night adventures were apparently entertaining enough for the team to award me with another of our custom designed yet randomly sourced floating trophies.
Nice. There we go.
Here, brother. For the last ride of the weekend, we all take the scenic route up Groot Rivier Hoogte, over Blinkberg Pass, Katbakkies Pass and Pierboom Pass to the Tankwa Padstal for a cup of coffee before heading our separate ways. Within the first 10 minutes of riding, Bram picks up a puncture. Not an ideal scenario in the bright morning sunshine if you didn't sleep at all the night before. At least Bram isn't stranded alone. The backup and medical vehicles join him in staring down the problem, until Andrew arrives to help.
Ek sê nou net hy gaan
With combined energy, experience and ingenuity, they set about solving the sweltering task, while the rest of us ride on obliviously.
Looks like you're enjoying this.
Van al die ballaasoggende wat hierdie kan gebeur, moet dit volg.
Boys, dit is nie lekker nie. Ja, nee, sommer hier by Padstal.
Eventually, Bram and Andrew gets going again and joins us as we regroup at the turnoff towards Katbakkies Pass.
Word net wakker. Hè? Word net amper wakker.
There's nothing like the view from Katbakkies Pass to revitalize any weary traveller. We drop down Pierboom Pass into the wide open plains of the Tankwa Karoo. We all stop at the enigmatic and legendary Tankwa Padstal to say our goodbyes. From here, our Cape-based friends head on home down south, while the team from the north start their 4-day journey to Gauteng. From here on in, we head up the escarpment towards Sutherland for a fuel stop, before dropping down into the Moordenaars Karoo to our lodgings in Merweville. This gravel stretch of nearly 100 kilometers connecting the Tankwa Karoo to the R354, where it climbs up the Verlaten Kloof, is one of my favorite roads in the country. It starts off with smooth, wide-open, high-speed twisties, and then snakes through the multicolored Karoo bossies in the hills. With dips, jumps, technical curves, lots of cattle grid crossings, and roaming sheep demanding your full attention.
So we're at Motul se gat, which is roughly translated means Uncle Joel's hole. But he has lovely cold beer. So and Motul is a legend here in the verlaten kloof. So let's go and visit Motul.
Kyk gou op Fanie. Dit is wat ek doen.
Maak jy braairoosters?
Nee, daai, ek verkoop dit.
Time for just one beer at Motul's before we head to Sutherland for fuel and lunch.
Maar diese caps wat sê topless day 2024. Hier was ek vol ouens sonder hemde hier binne.
After refueling the bikes, we stop at the Boergat in Sutherland. The weather here on the escarpment is getting somewhat chilly, so pizza and coffee seems in order. With full bellies and tired bodies, we take the gravel road from Sutherland to Merweville. If the 11 farm gates on this road doesn't wake you up, then the view from the top of Rammelkop Pass is sure to do so.
Inspire confidence. By Poepel het gehaper uit my onderkant gevat.
Dark clouds were creeping up on the town of Merweville, and it almost seems as if the spire of the iconic church building was reaching up, holding it back, pinning it to its place, until we arrive dry at our lodgings, before it's released to quench the thirsty Karoo.
Magic. Wow. The most beautiful road, the most lovely turns and slides, forgiving gravel, flat like a billiard table. All of a sudden there's a river crossing, all of a sudden there's jumps. The last bit was magical.
Echoing the heartfelt greetings of our hosts, the storm gifts us with a very rare sighting. A rainbow from end to end. The evening is spent in true Karoo style, socializing next to the fire, sharing stories and joking with friends.
Dis is net in die bank. Ek weer, ek hoor hom weer probeer.
Everybody is exhausted tonight. It's almost a bit of a downer from the event we had, which basically ended in the middle of the day, rather unceremoniously. And here we are in Merweville, quaint little town in the Karoo. Riding this last stretch just gave everyone the energy back. And now it is raining. Tomorrow we have 400 k's of gravel in the Karoo. There's rain predicted the entire day tomorrow. And then tomorrow night as well. The day after tomorrow we're also doing gravel. For tonight, lots and lots of Karoo lamb chops. And boerewors and braaibroodjies. But that's the way the Karoo rolls.
The rest of the evening went pretty much as you'd expect, with our introverted barman quietly looking on. A new morning reveals a cold and wet Karoo.
Hello, Fanie man. Hi, Fanie man. How are you?
A wonderful morning, guys.
We had a strip show last night. Fanie man, did you sleep like a hero?
Absolutely.
I noticed that all my muscles, especially back, shoulder blades, yes, like it's a workout, eh? But it's because you're doing this the whole time. That's the thing, nee?
Yeah,
it rained a lot last night, so let's see if it can go two ways. It can be, you know, this grey gravel, which is nice when it's wet because then there's traction in it, or it can be red clay, which is not so nice because there's no traction in red clay that's wet. So after a very lekker stay at the Springbok Lodge in Merweville, if you're a big group of bikers, come here. It's nice. Die oom gesels lekker. Nou maar mooi. I say. All right.
On a cold morning like this, there's nothing that peps you up more than a proper plaas ontbyt. Moerkoffie, skaapworsies, skilpaadjies, beans, bacon and eggs. And for all this, we're going to the book club. With upload and download complete, we head out of town. Today, we're riding from the Karoo through the Great Karoo into the Kamdebo Karoo, ending our almost 400-kilometer day in the beautiful little town of Nieu Bethesda. The previous evening's rain has left the roads slightly damp, still with great traction and almost non-existent dust.
Just using the rain jacket. If you want to buy this multi-tour suit, it is amazing for cold temperatures. I actually think the ideal jacket for South African conditions is
maybe not the multi-tour opinion. The ideal one is the one that has more vents in it. But the nice thing about having this on the multi-tour is that this is actually my jacket. I'm wearing it in the afternoon jacket kind of thing when it's chilly. This is the only jacket that I bring on tour. To save space, I have no jacket but the inner and waterproof of the multi-tour jacket. So this is an entire system, but in South Africa for our weather conditions, it might be a little hot, but then there's the versatility of it. It's at this stage that Fanie decides to help with some opinion and assistance.
Hy kom hier so net en is
Dis wat nog gebeur. Dis wat nog gebeur.
Yes, Pierre. This is the first time in more than a year, almost a year and a half, that I've actually had fun on a bike. It's amazing, but it feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. And no more monkey on the back. You know, and this past year was a bit of a challenge for me. Yeah. After my accidents, leg broken, over the handlebars in Botswana, I had a massive confidence problem. I was actually thinking of maybe I should give up. Seriously. Getting emotional talking about it. So glad that I came on this trip because I feel like myself again. Okay, close right.
The brief was clear. If you're wearing luminous raincoats, stay at home. Remember, this is tar. You're not used to this now. So just adjust your riding style a little. It's very dangerous.
How lovely is it to ride through the rain in the Karoo, eh? The smells, the odors of these plants that are so thirsty for water, any kind of moisture, giving off these aromatic flavors in the air. It's slightly damp. Pop across the road to that deli. Cappuccino riders. And they will go through Murraysburg, and after Murraysburg we'll hit Nieu Bethesda. That's where we're aiming for today. This is a rest day, actually.
Time for something to eat, a warm cup of coffee, and some snack shopping for the road.
That's beef. That's venison. Some chili sticks with chili. And then some plain sticks. Ooh, dat lijkt lekker. Handful of plain sticks, dankie. Lekker, dankie. So yeah, biltong. Let's just get that straight off the bat. People are nowadays calling this a koe sister. It's not a koe sister. A koe sister is something else. This is a koek sister. It's entwined.
We spend a horrifying couple of minutes on the N1 North, totally unaccustomed to tar traffic, before we take a right towards the turnoff at Nelspoort. This is proper sheep farming country. In days of old, these enormous farms supplied huge amounts of wool to the market at great profit. Those days have long gone. But you can still ride through the yard of the odd wool palace every now and then. These farms have now mostly been converted to farming sheep for their meat, or developed into luxurious game and hunting farms.
Fanie must stop picking things up.
Hallo. Fanie wat?
Fanie flat tire.
Fanie flat tire.
Stamp it.
Accelera.
Yo!
Pull it.
One time, nuggety shoe shine. Last night's braaibroodjies, wors and chops. How lucky is that? It's nothing like a braaibroodjie the next morning. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then obviously not South Africa. If you're looking for a wife, one of the boxes to tick is, can she make a braaibroodjie? Doesn't matter how she looks, what her religious background is. It's all about, can she make a braaibroodjie? Does she have a family history of cholesterol? Doesn't matter. It's about the ability to make a braaibroodjie.
Hey, 2 minute.
Slaap.
Dan begin hy snork, ja.
With no more braaibroodjies or chops left, we hit the road towards our fuel stop in Murraysburg. These fast-paced Karoo gravel roads never cease to amaze me, with thousands of kilometers of mesmerizingly beautiful views. It's in places like these that you can really lose and find yourself.
So this is an octane booster and a fuel system cleaner. So let's try this. Nice video. That's it. One of these cans and then a full tank of fuel. You know, technically speaking, the bike's now also going to be faster.
Oh.
Thanks, Motul.
Thank you very much.
Now for the last stretch of gravel for the day. Just a little bit more than 100 kilometers of scenic Karoo farm roads.
The afternoon made for beautiful riding, until we came upon a seemingly innocuous little turn and found Mojaki's bike being recovered from the thicket.
Did you go through the bushes?
I think it's bad, but let's ride and then let's see.
Where's the pain?
On my shoulder.
Where does it hurt when? Feel your collarbone. Is your collarbone alright? Let me take the glove off so you can feel. You feel the ridge, you press on it, it doesn't go click click.
It clicks.
It clicks. The collarbone. Do you want to have it looked at now?
For now, I feel like I can continue.
Remember, there's no feeling there now.
It's gonna come.
It's gonna become worse. If you think you can make Nieu Bethesda, we're gonna have.
Maybe let me try it.
Yeah.
Let's feel how it goes.
It was a little bit bended, but it's straightened now.
Were you going fast?
No, we changed the settings, and I've been going nicely with my rear ABS there.
Yeah.
Now coming through this corner, we switched it off, and then as the back wheel locked,
Yes.
going like that, I tried to correct it,
Okay.
and then I.
Let me help you. I'm worried that I'm sore now. It's gonna come.
Push it. There you go.
Sorry.
You know, I think I did a stupid mistake.
Take it very slow.
Yeah.
See how far you can go? You can stop. We're all, including the bakkie, we're following you. Right, kom eens kijken hoe ver kom hy.
Yeah.
And as Murphy would have it, Adrian gets a front puncture at the very moment we can least afford to stop. He decides to fix it with tire weld, a fix that almost never works on a tubed tire. But here, we have no other option. We race to keep up with Mojaki, who's nailing it like a bat out of hell. Ahead of us, the clouds are dropping, and the mist is rolling in over the mountain passes, making it even more dangerous. Adrian also pins it. The more distance he can get out of this quick fix front tube, the better for everyone.
Ek sal hier stop vir hulle wag. Go for it, kry jou Nieu Bethesda.
The guys are racing ahead to get to town, leaving markings on the muddy road so we can confirm their direction.
Hoorie so my heated grips en my heated seats baie lekker hoor.
Ah, dankie.
Ek sê maar net.
Fanie, kan jy my hoor? Right, ons nou reguit aan. Adrian het werke op die grond gemaak hier.
we eventually join up with Mojaki again and ride with him into Nieu Bethesda at a more sedate pace as the pain in his shoulder gets worse.
It's your call. If you want to keep on doing it tomorrow, it's your call. But like you say now, you have to keep it like that, supported.
But when it's there, there's no issue.
When it's on the handlebar,
Yeah.
I'll make you a deal. If you wake up tomorrow and you still feel the same, you and I, we're taking a different route to the rest. I think the impacts will just hurt it further, but we'll make that decision tomorrow. If you choose to go further, then you and I will ride together on another route, a different route to
But
them.
I wouldn't want you to change the route.
I'm not changing the route, I'm changing it for them. He's doing his best, and I know he's hurt. But he's emotional because he doesn't want me to change the route for everyone. And the only way to take care of a collarbone, broken collarbone, is to put him in a sling and get him off a bike. And he's the kind of guy who wouldn't want to do that. Because that's who he is. I've known him for quite some time, and we've done the quest together. And he's a golden human being. And he's doing his best not to ruin the next 2 days for everyone else.
Yeah, I'll get home. You know, it's like what? A day left. I want to finish this.
It's 2 days left. 2 days left. You've
Yeah.
got, yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
first put that on the sling.
My finger is actually helping now. Huh?
He's got a finger sling.
Yeah.
Finger sling.
I think it is broken, but I think it's
You're gonna keep that one on?
not badly.
It's not. So there's broken and then there's badly broken.
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
twist it a little bit.
Twisted a little bit.
Armani eventually takes Mojaki to Graafrenet's hospital in the Bakkie, with a plan for him to return and rejoin the group if the doctor allows it. The rest of us seek refuge and comfort in Oom Boetie's pub, and it quickly becomes clear that we're not the first ones.
On everyone who helped with Mojaki and on Mojaki. Mojaki. This was rotten. Let's try one more. And this was supposed to be a rest day. Mojaki is in the town of Graafrenet, about an hour's ride from here. I've known him for 6 years, and that man is tougher than a bag of nails. I'm going to have to take a week's holiday after this week's holiday.
Join us again for the last episode of the series as we brave the weather, weld broken equipment, and attempt the long journey home. This episode was made possible by Honda, the power of dreams, Leatt, the science of thrill, Insta360, magic in action, and Cameras for all things photo and video.